In this video, we're going to look at how to connect our Tetrix Prism to our computer for coding, and we're going to run what's called the blink sketch to make sure that data is being transferred to the board properly before we start trying to code our DC motor. So the very first thing you want to do is come up here to File. You're going to go File, Examples. Then you're going to scroll down to Tetrix Prism. You're going to go into the Programming Guide Activities and grab the first one. It says Getting Started, Act 1, Blink Red LED. We're going to run this code onto the Prism, make sure that the light's blinking, and then we'll come back and look at the code. So what we're going to want to do is get our USB cable. Okay, so we're going to plug in the larger squarish end into the Prism and the regular USB end into the computer. So I'm going to go ahead and just connect that in right now. Okay, and I'm going to run this other cord way over here. Let's see, running out of USB ports apparently. I'm going to plug it in there. And then using my switch assembly, I'm going to turn the Prism on. If you hear that little chime on the computer, it means you have connected a device. It is recognizing it. That is good. The very first thing you're going to want to do is come up to Tools, go to Board, okay, and make sure it is on Arduino Uno. Okay. There is no special board here for us to install. It is just the Arduino Uno. We're going to go to Port, and we're going to select the highest port number. Okay, some weird little network error here at the school, so just hit the highest port number. We're then going to push the code. We're going to upload it. We don't have to verify it because it is a built-in sketch from the library we downloaded in the last video. We're just going to hit upload. This will take a minute. We will see the status bar here in the bottom right. Once it completely finishes, it will come back with any error messages or completion status here on the left-hand side. You can see it's pushing the code, and we're just going to let it compile. And ideally, if this works, there's a red LED down here on the board that is going to start blinking. Okay, so it will not start doing it until the sketch is compiled. And just as a side note, for this robotics platform particularly, none of your code will ever run until you press this green button. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video here while it compiles, and we're going to pick up the video in a moment when it's finished. Alright, the code has caught up to the video. So we can see here, the green bar, the status bar, is no longer here on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side it says Done Uploading. That means the code has pushed properly to the robotics platform. And then down here it just tells us how much space was used out of storage, and the fact that there's no red or orange messages tells us that there are no orange or no errors in our code. So ideally what's going to be happening here is that we should see an LED blinking on our board. So we come to the board, we hit this green button like I mentioned before the pause. This will start our code. And when I hit it, we should be looking for the red LED. And we can see it down here in the bottom left. I'm going to enlarge the screen here so that this is full size. And you can see that the red light is blinking on and off at a rate of 1 second. Okay, so that's great. We have successfully powered our board and hooked our board up to the computer. We have set, through the tools, we have set our communications port. We have verified that we do have an Arduino controller. And then we have sent the code using that upload button. So a great way to start off, a great way to refresh what we did in grade 7, 8, and 9 on different robotics platforms. Being able to connect and get code to the platform is usually the first step in ensuring your success while building anything robotic.